Robbin, welcome to the live stream. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and that's what you'd have right here, right now. A 162 game regular season created franchise on MLB The Show 20 for PlayStation 4. Why am I still playing MLB The Show 20? Because I'm playing a full season, no skipped innings, no simulated games, and I'm just not finished yet. This is game number 122 of a 162 game regular season. So I'm almost there, I'll put it to bed when the season is over. So let's get this show on the road. It's a 3-game set between the Avengers and the Washington Nationals. These are your starting lineups. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. I let the computer run the bases for me, and I do play-by-play. So hang on to your hats. Time for some Major League Baseball here in Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia, as the Hollywood Avengers visit the Washington Nationals. On the mound for the Nats, Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan making his 25th start of the season. Fireballer is 8-9 with a 5.85 earned run average. And leading off for the Avengers is Anthony Mackie, 303, 15 homers, 59 RBIs. He plays Sam Wilson in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Sinking fastballs outside, ball one. Nationals are 4.5 games back in the NL East and also 4.5 games back for the wild card in the National League. Count is 1 ball, no strikes to the new Captain America. Late on the fastball, flies it to left, routine play, and there's 1 out. Starting lineup for the Avengers: Anthony Mackie is at short, Tom Holland's at second, Robert Downey Jr. is at first. Catcher today is Mark Ruffalo. The DH, Chris Evans. Chadwick Boseman's at third, Dave Bautista's in right, Sebastian Stan's in left. Playing center field today is Vin Diesel. I am Groot. Tom Holland, he has 15 homers and he leads the ball club with a .365 average. Fastball is low, ball one, 98 on the radar gun. He represented the National League at second base in the All-Star game this season. He was the starter and second baseman. Way out in front of the circle change, swing and a miss. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Fields fires, got him 2 away. Next up is Tony Stark, or Robert Downey Jr., hitting .290. He has 18 homers and 72 RBIs on the season. We have about a month and a half left of this franchise to play. Fastball 99 on the outside corner, strike 1. Sinking fastballs outside, count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Kenny Jansen, home plate umpire, calling balls and strikes. Count even 1 ball and 1 strike. Way out in front of the circle change. Count is 1 and 2. That's a line drive headed toward the center fielder, and I think it's going to dunk in there for a single. Big turn at first, but he will hold. It is a 2-out single here in the top of the first for Iron Man. Here's the replay. Just golfed it to center. Thought the center fielder might have a chance for it, but no such luck. Up next, the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, hitting .340. He leads the ball club with 25 homers and 102 RBIs. Runner at first, 2 down here in the top of the first. No score. Fastball outside, ball 1. And he's late on the fastball, slicing out of play. The count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Ruffalo, the Hulk. Not the first man to play the Hulk in the MCU, but the best man.
Ball, that's out.
Curveball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Nolan Ryan sets and delivers. Couldn't catch up to that high fastball. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. Here comes the pitch from Ryan. And he gets him on the circle change. Strikes him out swinging. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after half inning of baseball. It is the Avengers nothing, the Washington Nationals coming to bat. On the mound for the Avengers, Rocket Raccoon, or Bradley Cooper. He's making his 24th appearance on the mound for the starting run lineup. Record is 8-10 with a 5.12 earned run average. Leading off for the Nationals, Tim Anderson hitting .290. First pitch of the ball game for Rocket. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Avengers are 77-44, good for second place in the NL West. That's Black Panther at third base and Vin Diesel, I am Groot, in center field. Vin Diesel's playing in place of Don Cheadle, who's been struggling. Grounder to third. Bozeman Fields throws across the diamond in time, and there's 1 away. Starting lineup for the Nationals, Tim Anderson is the DH, the shortstop Pee Wee Reese. Willie Mays is at center, Don Mattingly is at first. Max Chapman is at third, Seth Beers in left, Will Smith is the catcher, Victor Reyes is in right, and at second base is Jalen Miller. And that is the lineup for the Washington Nationals. Pee Wee Reese, 297, 18 homers, 60 RBIs. Steps up with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And he skies it to shallow right field. There is Spider-Man, who makes the catch for the 2nd out. Before Willie Mays steps up to the plate, we're going to very quickly check out the difficulty setting. I like to show that once a game. Gameplay, hitting difficulty is set to All-Star. Pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. And Cooper deals. And he fouls off the fastball. 4 strike, 196 on the radar gun. Willie Mays had 660 home runs in his Major League career, his Hall of Fame career. Late on the cut fastball, fouls it off, count is quickly. No balls and 2 strikes on Mays. Say hey, Willie. And that ball is high. It is far. That ball is gone. 2-run home run for Willie Mays. Say hey, Willie. Number 45 on the season. And just like that, the Washington Nationals have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Oof. Don't forget to hydrate. I was hoping it would go foul, but it did not. Here's a replay. Next up, Don Mattingly. 297, 17 homers, 60 RBIs. Don Mattingly played for the New York Yankees in the 1980s and 1990s. Fastball low, ball 1. Line drive past the third baseman the other way for a 2-out single for the hitman. And the bottom of the first will continue for the Washington Nationals. He just basically takes that outside pitch and lines it past the diving T'Challa. Next up, Matt Chapman, the third baseman, 253, 14 homers, 62 RBIs. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. The count is no balls and 1 strike. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining the live stream. It's a 2-0 lead already here in the bottom of the first for the Washington Nationals. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Matt Chapman. Lines it, foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Runner leads off first. Swing and a miss, struck him out. The side is retired. But a 2-run home run from Willie Mays gives the Nationals an early 2-0 advantage at the end of 1. This is Avengers Baseball. So we go to the top of the second. Up steps the first Avenger, Chris Evans, 319, 12 homers, 57 runs batted in. 2-0 deficit for the Avengers here on the road. He fouls off the fastball, strike one. Circle change outside, count as 1 ball and 1 strike. So Chris Evans plays Steve Rogers in the MCU. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change, count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. I wonder if with this dimensional travel and parallel dimensions, if they're going to figure out a way to pull Chris Evans back into the MCU. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes on Evans. Fouls off the high fastball. 98 on the radar gun. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Line drive, base hit through the box. And that's a leadoff single for the Avengers here in the top of the second. He can do this all day. Next up, the late, great Chadwick Boseman hitting .331 with 14 homers and 57 runs batted in. I say late and great because we lost Chadwick to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. May he live forever here in Avengers baseball. Circle change outside, ball 1. Line drive off the glove of a leaping second baseman. He picks it up, and everybody will be safe. Almost came down with the line drive, leaping attempt off the heel of the glove. They're going to give him a hit. Scorer's table is going to say it's first and second, and nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Up next is Drax the Destroyer, Dave Bautista. He's hitting .320 on the season. Runner in scoring position at second. Way out in front of the circle change, swing and a miss, strike 1. Dave plays Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy. High and tight, 100 miles an hour on the radar gun. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Evans at second, Chadwick Boseman at first, Dave Bautista at the plate. Here's the pitch from Nolan Ryan. And he pops it up. In foul territory, the catcher makes the catch for the first out. No advance. Next up is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, who's 12 for his last 25, super hot. Overall 289, 9 homers, 36 RBIs. Runners at first and second and 1 away. It's a 1-0 lead for the MCU. I must be on drugs. I thought it was 2-0. Nope. Pitches down and away, ball 1. So it's Washington 1-0 on the solo homer by Say Hey Willie. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. That's a deep drive, but I believe playable for the center fielder. He runs it down for out number 2. Again, no advance on the base paths. So first and second and nobody out. Quickly turns into first and second and 2 outs. Next up is Vin Diesel, I Am Groot, taking over in center field today for Don Cheadle. He's hitting .295. He does have 3 homers and 12 RBIs in limited play. He needs a hit with 2 outs to tie this ball game. Line drive, caught, and the side is retired. Hit it right on the nose, but right at Pee Wee Reese at shortstop. So after an inning and a half of baseball here in Washington, D.C., it's the Nationals 1, the MCU 0. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the second. Stepping up to the plate is Seth Beer. I have no idea who Seth Beer is. Obviously, he has no plate appearances this season. Maybe he's like an injury call-up or something like that. Fastball in there, striker. Kind of looks like, what's his name? I forgot his name. Swing and a miss. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Seth. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, hang out, put your feet up.
1 ball, 2.
Have a beer. Relax. Press like. This is Avengers Baseball, where the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe play Major League Baseball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Ground ball backhanded by Tony. He's going to take it himself for the first out. Nice athletic play from Tony Stark at first base. Defensive alignment for the Avengers. In the outfield, from left to right, you have Sebastian Stan, Vin Diesel, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. with Mark Ruffalo behind home plate. Those are your Avengers. Next up, for the Nationals, Will Smith, 206, 7 homers on the season. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Out in front of the changeup, strike 2. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Smith. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Smith. That's the 2nd out. 2nd strikeout from Rocket Raccoon. So Victor Reyes steps up to the plate. 265, a homer on the season. Tries to bunt his way on, and it's a foul ball for strike 1. And he skies it the other way to left. Bucky Barnes makes the catch to retire the side. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bradley Cooper here in this bottom of the 2nd. After 2 innings of play, it's 1-0 Washington. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Lineup turns over for the Avengers. Anthony Mackie is 0 for 1. He flew out to begin the ball game. Comes a pitch from Nolan Ryan, now in the shadows. Fastball is low, ball 1. Mackie has 15 homers on the season. That doesn't lead the ball club. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And he skies it in the infield. Reese has its eye in his eyes line of sight, makes the catch, and there's 1 away.
The batter, number 8.
National League East, as you can see, the Philadelphia Phillies have a half-game lead over the New York Mets. The Washington Nationals are in 3rd place, 4.5 back. So Tom Holland is 0 for 1. He grounded out in the 1st. His 2nd plate appearance. 1 out, bases empty, top of the 3rd. Just gets a piece of that changeup to foul it back, strike 1. Skies it the other way, but I think that it's going to be playable, and it will be. That is out number 2 for Nolan here in the 3rd.
Now batting.
Tony Stark singled in his first at-bat. 2 outs, bases empty. Again, it's 1-0 Washington. And it's a line ball foul. Line drive, will it go over his head? No, it will not. Run down by the right fielder. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nolan Ryan. After 2.5, it's 1-0 Nationals. Leading off is Jalen Miller, hitting .235, 10 homers, 36 RBIs for the Washington Nationals here in the bottom of the 3rd. At the knees, strike 1. Skies it, foul territory, out of play. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Miller. Fouls the fork ball back. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Jams him, but fouls it off. Stay alive. Line drive, base hit to right. Leadoff single for Jalen Miller. Bautista from right made an attempt at first base, but too much speed coming down that line. He hit it so hard to Drax. There was a chance to get him at first, but to no avail. Lineup turns over. Tim Anderson grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Checks his swing, pitches inside. No, called a strike. Count is 0 1. Jams him, but it's deep. Near the track, the Winter Soldier makes the catch with the first out. Runner retreats to first. Next up, Pee Wee Reese, who popped out in the first, is 0 for 1. Outside corner, strike 1. Pee Wee has 8 triples this season. Throw down to second. Oh, he's got him. Oh, cannonball shot from Chris Evans. He can do this all day. On the money. So there's bases empty, 2 out. And pardon me, that's Mark Ruffalo, not Chris Evans behind the plate, making that shotgun throw. Hulk smash. So 2 outs. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike to Pee Wee Reese. Here comes the pitch. Line drive, base hit up the middle. It's a 2-out single for Pee Wee. And this half inning will continue. Guess it's good that Ruffalo threw him out at second. Otherwise, we might be looking at a 2-0 lead. Saved a run. So next up, Willie Mays had a solo homer in the first. His 45th of the season. Fastball outside and low, ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Changeup floats in there for strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. 59 homers shy of an all-time record for home runs in this fictional franchise. Pops it up in foul territory. Tony Stark under it and retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 3 innings of baseball. It's 1-0 Washington. So leading off is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk, who struck out in the first at-bat. He will lead off here in the top of the 4th. 1-0 Washington Nationals lead. Did he check it? No, he did not. First base umpire says, you swung, you went too far. Count is no balls and 1 strike to the Hulk. Don't make him angry. Outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to Ruffalo. Pops it up behind home plate. Catcher will not make the catch. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did he check it?
What do you got?
This time he did. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. When he jams him, it will be enough. No, it will not. Mattingly will make the over-the-shoulder catch in short right field for out number 1. Out number 1. Next up, Chris Evans, the DH today, singled in the second. He's 1 for 1. Out in front, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-0 Washington here in the top of the 4th. High fastball, swing and a miss, blew it past him. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And it's a bloop, which might find its way in there, and it will. Dunks in there for a hit. He makes a big turn at first, but will hold. It's a 1-out single. Chris Evans can do this all day. He's 2 for 2. So up next, Black Panther singled in the second. Quick throw to first. He's back. Again, throw to first. Speed at first, big lead at first base over there. Down and in, ball 1. Welcome to Avengers Baseball. This is RC Robbin. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. That's a line drive, base hit to left. And it'll be first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So they've got a threat happening. Line drive for T'Challa over the head of the third baseman. Next up is Dave Bautista. Dave's got runners at first and second. He popped out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Here comes a pitch from Nolan. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Pitch was outside, ball one. Dave was a former professional wrestler before he became an actor. Fastball is high. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Dave Batista is hitting .336 this season with runners in scoring position. Chris Evans at second. Chadwick Boseman to first. And he just gets a piece of that 100-mile-an-hour fastball to stay alive. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Batista. Out in front of the circle change, swing and a miss. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the fourth, 1-0 Washington. Here comes the pitch from Nolan Ryan. And he skies it to deep center, but playable for the center fielder. And that's the second out. No advance. So next up is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, who's 0 for 1. He lined out in the second. 2 outs, runners at first and second here in the top of the fourth. So they need a hit to tie this ball game. Chases the high fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Checks his swing. The 98-mile-an-hour fastball is high. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Checks his swing, balls in the dirt. The runners do not advance. Nice block by the catcher. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the fourth, 1-0 Nationals. Here comes the pitch from Nolan Ryan. At the knees. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's out in front of the breaking ball and he strikes him out, and the side is retired. So 3.5 innings gone by here at Washington, D.C. It's 1-0 Nationals. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. Up steps Don Mattingly, who had a single the other way in the first. So he's 1 for 1. Bradley Cooper, a.k.a. Rocket Raccoon, deals. Fastball misses inside, ball 1. So the Avengers are 77 and 44. We are in the middle of August in this 162-game schedule. Swing and a miss. Count as 1-1. They're fighting with the LA Dodgers in the National League West for the division within a game of each other in the standings. Line drive again the other way. It is another single for Donnie Baseball, and it's a leadoff single for the Nationals here in the bottom of the fourth. Hits leaders for the Nationals. Tim Anderson is on top of that scoreboard, but as you can see, Mattingly's in third place. Next up for the Nationals, Matt Chapman struck out in first. Fastball looked like it was low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1. Runner leads off first. This time the home plate umpire says he went too far, so a 2-0 count is actually an 0-2 count on Chapman. Strike 3 called. Oh, and he's not happy. That's the first out here in the fourth and the third strikeout for Bradley Cooper. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? You know what? With 2 strikes, it's too close to take. You have to foul that off. So, nevertheless, this is Seth Beer. Never heard of Seth Beer. It's his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1 for the season. Fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Seth Beer. I don't know if he's a real player or a fictional player. Down and in. Making his major league debut, Seth Beer. There we go. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss. Count is 1-2. Fouls it back. 1-0 Nationals here in the bottom of the fourth. First game of a 3-game set between these two ball clubs. A little late on the fastball, hits it into the camera well. Count remains 1-2 on Seth. just misses off the plate. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner leads off first. Here comes the pitch from Rocket Raccoon. Pops it up. Out of his crouch near the dugout is Mark Ruffalo. He'll make the catch for the second out. Nice play. So 2 down, up steps Will Smith, who struck out in the second inning. He is 0 for 1. And that's a deep drive, but it will curl foul for strike number 1. Inside corner with the 2-seamer. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Smith. Swing and a miss. He struck him out with the cut fastball, and the side is retired. So, end of 4, still 1-0 Nationals. Don't forget to hydrate. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps I Am Groot, Vin Diesel, who is 0 for 1. Center fielder today. Checks the swing. Circle changes low, ball 1. Grounder up the third base line, just foul. And the count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Oh, that ball is high. It is far. That ball is Gonzo. He is Groot. That's home run number 4 for Vin Diesel. And this ball game is tied at 1. Oh, yeah. It was fast and furious. Can I get away with that? No, that's terrible. The ball was fast and furious. No, forget I said that. Here's the replay. High breaking ball, flat. Just parks it in the left center field bleachers. Boom! So we have a brand new ball game tied at 1 as the lineup turns over for Anthony Mackie, who was 0 for 2. Fastball misses outside, triple digits on the radar gun. The count is 1 ball and no strikes to Mackie. Line drive, 1 hopper to the shortstop. Reese throws to first. And there's 1 away. Mackie was motoring down that line. He almost beat it out. Next up is Spider-Man Tom Holland, who's 0 for 2 today. He leads the ball club in average. He has a .364 batting average. Change up outside, ball 1. Tied for second in the National League in total hits. And he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. Count evens at 1-1. So it's a tie ball game at 1 here in the top of the 5th. First game of a 3-game set on the road for the Avengers. Out in front of the circle change, count is 1-2. No, check that. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Getting ahead of myself. Pitches in the dirt. Now we have a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tom Holland. Here's the payoff pitch. And that's a line drive. Looks like it's headed towards the left center field gap. And it will 1-hop to the fence. Rounding first and heading to second is Spider-Man. Spider-Man. He is on second with a stand-up double. That's his 33rd double of the season. And he's in scoring position here with 1 out in the 5th. Next up is Tony Stark, or Iron Man, who's 1 for 2. Single could take the lead for the Avengers. Oh, it hit him. Yep, it hit him on the upper thigh. So just like that, there are 2 on with 1 out. Here's the replay.
Number 84.
Got him on that thigh. So next up is the Incredible Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Again, he leads the team in homers and RBIs, but today he is 0 for 2. Runners lead off first and second with 1 out. Here comes the pitch from Nolan. Inside and low, ball 1. Mark's hitting .357 with runners in scoring position this season. We're in the middle of August. About 120 games played. Checks his swing, pitches low. Or did he say he went too far? I don't know. Nevertheless, the count is 1-1. on the hitter. Just fouls off the fastball, counts 1 ball and 2 strikes. Holland leads off second. Tony Stark leads off first. Fastball just inside. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner leads off first and second. 1-1 here in the 5th. Here's the pitch. And that ball's got a chance. It is high and deep. It is at the fence. He leaps. It's Gonzo. That's a 3-run home run from Hulk. Hulk smash. Home run number 26 on the season, and RBIs number 103, 104, and 105 as the Avengers now take a 4-1 lead here in the 5th. Hulk smash. Yes. Let's watch the replay. Bang. Oh, he hit it high. Beer went back. Made the leap on the warning track, could not come up with it, and it is a 3-run home run for the Avengers. Ooh-wee. Next up, Chris Evans, 4-1 lead here in the top of the 5th. Evans is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Fastball is high, ball 1. Late on the sinking fastball, swing and a miss. Jeff Samardzija is warming up in the Nationals bullpen, a right-hander, getting loose. And he yanks it, but it's a foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on the first Avenger. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Out in front, couldn't hold back, swinging and miss. He struck him out. There's 2 away. 3rd strikeout for Nolan Ryan. Here's the replay. Gotta hydrate, gotta hydrate. So with 2 down, bases empty, up steps Black Panther, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Line drive, oh, ground ball with eyes through the right side. So it's a 2-out single for Black Panther, and the inning will continue. He just took it the other way between first and second, out of the reach of the first baseman, Don Mattingly. Next up is Drax the Destroyer, 0 for 2 today. Pitch out, but nothing doing. So this is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the video. Your presence here is much appreciated. And it is a bouncer, slow bouncer. He takes it himself to the bag for the force, and the side is retired. Foot race by Pee Wee Reese. However, a 3-run home run by Mark Ruffalo. At the end of 4.5, it's the Hollywood Avengers 4, the Washington Nationals 1. This is Avengers Baseball. So we're going to go to the dugout, see what Heidi Watney has to tell us. But unfortunately, there seems to be something wrong with her microphone, so we're going to have to cut away. We're sorry, Heidi. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Up steps Victor Reyes, who's 0 for 1. Bradley Cooper sets and delivers. Swing and a miss at the fastball, strike 1. Bradley Cooper is 8-10 on the season with an ERA in the low 5s, so he has not had a good season. He's trying to get back to 500. It's a bunt up the first base line, charging. Bare hand throws. In time, gorgeous play by Black Panther. Wakanda forever, baby. They need to show us a replay of that. Come on, show us a replay. They should be ashamed of themselves. So there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Jalen Miller singled in the 3rd. He is 1 for 1. Here's the pitch from Rocket. Pops it up in the infield. Mackey cut the check. There's 2 away.
Up next for Washington.
2 down, bases empty. Lineup turns over for the Nationals. Tim Anderson is 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch from Cooper. In there, strike 1. 97 on the radar gun. Ground ball to the right side. fielded by Holland, throws to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Rocket Raccoon, and an official ball game, 5 innings complete. The Avengers lead 4-1. Thank you for watching. So we go to the top of the 6th, taking over in relief for the Washington Nationals, Jeff Samardzija, making his 31st appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 4-6 with a 5.47 earned run average. And he will face Bucky Barnes, who's 0 for 2. Sebastian Stan to lead off the 6th. Out in front of the split finger fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. Slow bouncer to the shortstop. Pee Wee Reese throws to first, and there's 1 away. Next up, Vin Diesel, I am Groot. In the 5th, I don't know why they're showing the 3-run homer from Mark Ruffalo. That's a mistake. They should be showing the solo shot by Vin Diesel, which gave the Avengers a tie ball game at 1 apiece. Pitches high, ball 1. Austin Voth, the right-hander, warming in the Nationals bullpen. That's a line drive. It is a foul ball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Diesel. Hit it hard, but couldn't keep it fair. And another opportunity, but slicing out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Vin. Did he check it? No, he did not. That's a strike, and he's retired. Strikeout number 1 for Samardzija. So lineup turns over with 2 outs. Anthony Mackie steps up. He is 0 for 3 today. Fastball outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fouls off the high fastball. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. It's 4-1 Avengers here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, bases empty. Pitches outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Anthony Mackie is the new Captain America in the MCU. If you don't know that, cut fastballs outside, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. If you don't know that, you need to watch some Disney Plus TV shows like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, for instance. And that's a deep drive pulled down the right field line, but it will curl out of play. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the payoff pitch. And he misses. It's a 2-out walk to the fastest player on the team. It's not smart.
The batter, number 8. Second base.
Next up is Spider-Man Tom Holland, who's 1 for 3. He had a double, scored a run. It's a good opportunity for Mackie to steal a base. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. Tom Holland is 10 for his last 20, so he is smoking hot. Pitches high and inside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Holland. In the dirt, blocked nicely. No advance, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Hitters count, 3-1. On deck is Iron Man. Big lead at first. So he gets the first 2 outs and then gives up back-to-back walks to put a runner in scoring position. So this is a recipe for disaster. It's already a 3-run deficit for the Nationals. Robert Downey Jr. is 1 for 2 with a single. Left-handed hitter. Single could add another insurance run on the scoreboard. Splitter looked like it was on the outside corner. Called a ball by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and no strikes. And he skies it to deep center field, but playable for the center fielder. And the side is retired. So after 5.5 innings of play, it is 4-1 Avengers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Up steps Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee Reese is a legendary player who played for the Los Angeles Dodgers when they still played in Brooklyn. They were the Brooklyn Dodgers, and he was their shortstop. He's 1 for 2. Line drive, base hit the other way. It's his second hit of the ball game. And they have a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. Next up, Willie Mays, Say Hey Willie. He had a solo homer in the first. He's 1 for 2. He has 45 homers and 115 runs batted in with over a month and a half left of the season. So he is, without a doubt, and he strikes a hit to the right side. So back-to-back hits will bring the tying run to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th inning against Bradley Cooper. One swing of the bat could tie this ball game. Now, before Don Mattingly gets to hit, the manager will go to the bullpen. He will warm up Samuel L. Jackson. He will warm up Stan Lee. He will send the pitching coach to the mound for a mound visit to slow things down. Mattingly is 2 for 2. He's not going to the bullpen yet, but just wanted to slow things down a little. Fastball in there, strike 1. Don Mattingly was a all-star, not necessarily a Hall. Oh, that ball is high. It is far, and this ball game is tied at 4. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, that's Don Mattingly's 18th homer of the season, a 3-run shot, and it's a brand new ball game here at Nationals Park. What was I saying? I don't even remember. And I'm a Don Mattingly fan, but not right now. I'm not. Here's the replay. He's 3 for 3 with this, a 3-run home run to tie this ball game. Oh. Oh, next up, Max Chapman, 0 for 2. Fastball in there, 97 on the radar gun, strike 1. Still nobody out here in the top of the 6th, 4-4 game. And this is why Bradley Cooper is 8 and 10. He can't get out of his own way. He was given a 4-1 lead, and he could not hold the lead. 2 singles and a homer. That ball is sliced to right. Batista is there waiting for it, and that's the first out here of the 6th. Next up, Seth Beer, who's 0 for 2 on the season. 0 for 2 in the game, obviously. But also 0 for 2 for the season. Misses inside with the cutter. Ball 1. Just gets a piece of the 2-seam fastball. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2. Count as 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouls it back. Count will remain 1-2. Line drive to center, racing over is Vin Diesel. I Am Groot makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, the catcher.
So 2 down, up steps the catcher Will Smith, who struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. I have a feeling this is going to be the last batter of the night. And it will be. And it finds its way into that right left field corner. The throw is up the line, offline. It is a 2-out double for Will Smith. He's 1 for 3 today. Line drive into that left field corner inside the third base line. And the ball boy didn't even move. So, I'm surprised. So, that'll be all. So, manager will go to the bullpen. Victor Reyes is a switch hitter. And the next 2 hitters are both right-handers, so we're going to go to Stan Lee. Stan the Man Lee will come in. So not a good outing for Bradley Cooper. You know, no decision. He's responsible for the runner at second, so he could be on the hook for the loss should that runner score. So he will stay winless in his start. Excelsior, Stan Lee, 5-2 with a 2.59 earned run average. Mr. Outlander is here. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. I always like to see your name in the chat box. Thank you, sir. So, it was 1-0 Nationals. A home run from Vin Diesel, I am Groot, tied the game up in the 5th inning, 1-1. Then with 2 outs in the 6th, the pitcher for the Nationals walked 2, and then the Hulk hit a 3-run home run to take a 4-1 lead for the Avengers. And then in this inning, 2 hits and a 3-run homer by the Nationals' Don Mattingly to tie the game up at 4. So it's a 4-4 tie here in the bottom of the 6th. Grounder up the middle, fielded by Mackey. He throws to first in time, and the side is retired. But Don Mattingly hits a 3-run home run here to tie this ball game. It's a brand new game. The end of 6 innings of play. It's 4-4. This is Avengers baseball. Don't forget to hydrate. So, Mark hit a 3-run home run in his last at-bat. He's 1 for 3. Home run number 26 on the season. RBIs 103, 104, and 105. Out in front of the slider, swinging and miss. Samardzija is out there for his 2nd inning of work, surprisingly. Line drive to right, playable. And there's 1 away. Next up, Chris Evans, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He got that average up to 321 on the season. Checks the swing, pitches inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a deep drive, but caught. Actually, got a little more excited than he needed to. He hit it hard, but hit it right at the right fielder for the 2nd out. This bright day kind of obscured the flight of the ball for me. So Chadwick Boseman, Black Panthers, up with 2 outs, bases empty here at the top of the 7th. He has 3 hits today. He's 3 singles. He's a singles machine. Fouls off the slider, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the split finger fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Boseman. Samardzija deals. And that's a deep drive, but again playable for the center fielder. And the side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Samardzija. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's 4-4 here. Take me out to the ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Jalen Miller is 1 for 2 with the single. Stan Lee Excelsior is on the mound still. Chases the split finger fastball of a screwball. It was a nasty breaking ball. Swinging and a miss, strike 1. Jams him inside with the 2-seam fastball. 2 quick strikes. Stan the Man Lee, the man who started it all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Miller. That's a strikeout for Stan Lee, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Next up is the DH, Tim Anderson, 0 for 3 today. Misses outside with the breaking ball, ball 1. Pitches in there, looked high, called a strike by the home plate umpire. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swinging to miss at the fastball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he jams him with the cut fastball, but he fouls it off to stay alive. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 4-4 game here in the bottom of the 7th. First game of a 3-game set on the road for the Avengers against the Nationals. Grounds it to first. Oh, past Tony Stark. He should have came up with that. Maybe it's a bad hop. Nevertheless, it's a 1-out single for Tim Anderson, and his hit streak is still alive at 7 games. So the go-ahead run is at first here in the bottom of the 7th for the Nationals. And I thought he should have came up with this. Maybe bad hop. So they're giving him a hit. So next up is Pee Wee Reese, who's 2 for 3. Breaking ball is low, ball 1. Pee-wee's hitting at an even 300. Fly ball to center, playable for Diesel. Makes the catch for the second out.
The center fielder,
Next up, Willie Mays. Willie Mays has 45 homers. His 45th homer was in the first inning of this ballgame. He's 2 for 3. And he lines it up the first base line, foul ball. Strike one. Fouls it back, strike two. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Willie. Say hey, Willie. Jams him high and tight. Count remains 0-2. And he flies to left. Deep but playable for Sebastian. He makes the catch to retire the side. At the end of 7, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. The end of 7 innings of play. We have a tie ball game at 4. This is Avengers baseball.
Oh, yeah.
So up next here, top of the 8th, Dave Bautista's 0 for 3. Drax, the Destroyer. Samardzija's still out there pitching. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball, strike one. Maybe that's why he's still pitching. Line drive to center, playable. Makes the catch, 1 quick out here in the 8th.
Now batting.
Next up is Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, 0 for 3. Sets and delivers. Fastball is low, ball 1. Attendance 21,473 here at Washington's Nationals Park. That's an embarrassing display. Inside 2 balls, no strikes. Sellout is probably somewhere near 45,000. 21,000 for the Avengers. Come on. And deep drive to center, but again playable for the center fielder. And there are 2 away. So Vin Diesel hit a solo homer in the 5th. He's 1 for 3. 2 outs, bases empty. And that's got a chance. It's deep, but playable. Beer makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Samardzija in his 3rd inning of relief work. Still have a tie ball game as we go to the bottom of the 8th. So Don Mattingly hit a 3-run home run in his last at bat. He's 3 for 3 today. He will lead off against Stan the Man Lee. Breaking ball in there, strike one. And that might be another one. That ball that's gone. He is 4 for 4 with 2 home runs today. The hitman, Don Mattingly. And home run number 19, a solo shot. Just like that here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gives the Washington Nationals a 5-4 advantage. Oh no. I don't think I was hydrated enough. Oh no. Here's a replay. Oh. And I'm a Don Mattingly fan, so while this makes me excited, it also hurts me. I feel so conflicted. Oh, anyway. Manager's office, bullpen. Sam Jackson is warming up. Let's warm up Paul Rudd. Let's manager go to the mound, talk it out, give him a chance to recover. Mac Chapman is 0 for 3. It's 5-4. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball, strike one. So the Avengers are going to have to score in the top of the 9th to stave off the loss. Routine play for Black Panther, throws to first, 1 away. So the Avengers are 77-44. It's a great record. They're well over 600% winning percentage with a month and a half to go. There are wild card spots, but they're trying to win the division, and they're in the battle for first place in the National League West. So every game matters. Up next, Seth Beer, who is 0 for 3 for the season, as this is his first game of the year. Screwball at the knees, strike one. So they want to win series. If they lose this one, they have to win the next two in order to take the series. Pops it up behind home plate, out of play. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Beer. Strike 3 called, inside corner. He's 0 for 4 in his debut. And there's 2 out. But of course, the damage has already been done. Too close to take. Might have been inside, but too close to take. Next up, Will Smith, the catcher. 1 for 3 with a double. Ground ball through. 2 out single. And I think that will be all for Stanley, as this half inning will continue for the Nationals. Ground ball with eyes. So, manager will go to the bullpen. Switch hitter, right-hander. We'll get Paul Rudd or Ant-Man and put him in the game. Paul Rudd, 36th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 1-0 with a 4.02 earned run average. Fouls it off, strike one. It's important that he keeps this a one-run ball game as we approach the top of the 9th inning. Can't afford to let an insurance run come across the plate. Misses inside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Grounder up the middle, backhanded by Rudd. Throws to first to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 9th thanks to a solo shot by Don Mattingly, his 2nd homer of the game. Last licks for the Avengers. They go to the 9th. They need a run to tie. It's 5-4 Nationals. Here we go. Let's go. Leading off for the Avengers, they will face the closer Bruce Sutter, whose record is 0-5. So he has 5 losses. He has 4 blown saves. He's 5.35 earned run average. So he's not unhittable. Leading off, Anthony Mackie has a walk today. Officially, he is 0 for 3. I want to go to the manager's office to warm up Hawkeye in the event. Swing and a miss at the high slider, strike 1. Manager's office, bullpen. Jeremy Renner is going to warm up, and Jeremy Renner is going to be scheduled to be put in the game. If there is a bottom of the 9th, it's because we tied the game, and I want Jeremy Renner to pitch in that eventuality. Splitter inside, count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. So, 5-4 Washington. Here in the 9th, the pitch from the closer. Fouls it back. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nasty splitter in on his hands. Jams him. Fouls it off. Count is still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Checks a swing in the dirt. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That hit him. And the leadoff man is at first, and he's the fastest man on the team. That is the tying run at first base. Hit him right in the upper thigh, did not swing. Next up, Tom Holland, leading hitter on the Avengers, 1 for 3 today. Double, run scored a run. He'll show some patience, I hope. Outside corner with the strike. With the slider, count is 0-1. Mackie leads off first. And he went too far on the splitter, on the change of speed, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And now he just has to protect the plate. Nasty pitches. Skies it to center. Deep, but playable. And that's the first out here in the 9th. So next up will be Robert Downey Jr. He is 1 for 3 with a single. He has 18 homers and 72 runs batted in on the season. Here comes the pitch from Bruce Sutter. Grounder through the right side. It is a 1-out single from Iron Man. And the tying run is at second in scoring position. This ball game could be tied at 5 with a single. Runners are at first and second with 1 out. Up next, the Incredible Hulk already has a 3-run home run today. He's 1 for 4. Pitches high, ball 1. Runners lead off first and second, one away. Here comes the pitch. And he hit a deep fly ball, but playable for the center fielder right in front of the warning track for the second out. So with 2 outs, the Avengers are down to their final out of the game. Representing the final out of the game is Captain America, or at least the original Captain America, Chris Evans, who is 2 for 4 with 2 singles today. A single could tie this ball game at 5. Pitch called the ball by the home plate umpire. The count is 1 ball, no strikes. Called a strike, said he swung. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike on Evans. Misses off the plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. Line drive caught, and the side is retired. A gorgeous play by the third baseman to preserve the victory. Washington wins the first game of this 3-game set 5-4. So the Avengers are now 77-45 on the season. And in order to win this series, they're going to have to win the next 2 on the road here at Nationals Park. Jeff Samardzija, 3 innings of, I think, hitless, at least scoreless ball will get him the victory. The loss, of course, will go to Bradley Cooper, if I'm not mistaken. No, Stan Lee, pardon me. The solo homer by the second home run by Don Mattingly, who is the player of the game, 4 for 4, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. So, Washington, 5 runs, 12 hits, no errors. The Hollywood Avengers, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. That is Avengers baseball. Sometimes you lose, ladies and gentlemen. This one hurt, but a loss is a loss. Got to come back and win the series. So thank you so much for watching, especially to the Outlander Show for all the comments. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. The final again here at Washington Park. The Washington Nationals win 5-4. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great night.